Well, hey there. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, but you can call me Pajama Grandma. In case we haven't met yet, go ahead and put hashtag pajama in the comments below. So I know it's the first time you are being exposed to the Pajama Grandma. Today is day 212 of what I call the Daily Scare Share. I am doing one thing a day that scares me or stretches my comfort zone from a little journal book called Do One Thing a Day That Scares You. My daughter challenged me early this year to do one thing a day well, she found this book on my bookshelf and she noticed that I was in a bit of a rut. Can you imagine that? Sometimes we find ourselves in a rut and doing the same thing day in and day out, not really making progress toward what it is that we really want and just sort of surviving, not thriving. And I had to agree with her when I looked at my life and I thought about what was going on. Yep, I was just getting by, just doing what I had to do to get by, learning some new things, growing in a few areas, but not really being me and contributing much to the things around me that I know that I am capable of doing. So I hopped into this little book, and since it's day 212, obviously for 211 days, I have done a Facebook Live sharing one thing a day that scares me or stretches my comfort zone from this book. Today is one of the blank line days, and it says, people said I could not, and then blank, and then so today I did it. And I kind of want to go into a little bit of a heavy topic here because although I grew up in an extremely awesome, supportive family, then my dad taught us, my sisters and I, that there's no such thing as can't and that anything we wanted was possible. I still grew up believing, like so many other people, that I couldn't really be me. I couldn't be who I am. I couldn't show up as who I really am on the inside because I wasn't good enough for whatever the situation might be. So I wouldn't show up and be 100% myself at my job, for example, because I didn't feel like I was good enough or I would fit in or I would be respected or liked or loved or looked up to by the people that reported to me. So I found myself putting on like masks and veils, and you'd share only certain things with people, which sometimes is appropriate, sometimes not. But it was really difficult in that environment to actually be who I really am. And even owning my own businesses, I found that there were, I don't know, it's just roles we play and jobs we fill as a good person or as a great mom or as a great sister or wife or whatever that aren't really comfortable for us or that aren't really fitting us and aren't really who we are on the inside. And whenever we behave that way or act that way or act in ways that aren't in alignment with who we are on the inside, who we really, really are, there's this pull, this negative pull of energy that makes it so that we don't perform at our best, highest level. If we're not showing up as our best self and as who we uniquely are, we're never performing at our best level. And I found that at several times in my life. And people told me, well, you can't do that. You can't be this way. You can't be yourself. You can't really be honest and open with people in corporate America and tell it like it is to help them, not in a way to be mean or cruel or hurt other people, but in ways that will help them. I mean, if somebody's got an issue that's affecting their impact and their ability to do their job, you owe it to them to let them know in, of course, a kind way, but you have to let them know. And a story that comes to mind to me is when I worked, my first job out of college was at one of the biggest corporations on the planet today. And as a first-line supervisor, we had a gentleman there that had horrific body odor. I mean, so bad that he would walk through the office complex and you could smell that he had been through like hours later. It was bad. It was make your eyes water bad. And it was a big issue because nobody would find out what was going on with him. Did he have a health challenge? Was there something going on? Did they go out of their way to help him in any way? It was like for a year that there was this, issue and nobody would talk to him. Well, maybe being him was just that he didn't want to take a shower for 12 days in a row or whatever. I don't remember now, but I got transferred to a different department, so I never did find out what happened. But it was like nobody would figure out what was going on because they didn't want to get in trouble with human resources. But it totally impacted everybody in the entire division. Yet it wasn't okay to talk to him and help him out. So we all grow up with this, and we all experience this throughout our careers and throughout our lives of we don't feel like it's all right to be ourselves. And so today, I'm going to be 100% uniquely me. I'm going to do what I want, with whomever I want, including coughing because I have a bit of a cold. But I'm going to show up just as who I am, in my robe, in my bathrobe. I've never been happier and more free than just being the pajama grandma and being me. And I laugh because my family so doesn't get it. Most of my friends don't get it because they're not who I'm trying to reach and who I'm trying to help and who I'm trying to share the fact with. The only way we can actually be happy and achieve what it is that we want in life, to have the experiences that we want to have, is to be 100% uniquely ourselves. Now, with the caveat that that means you don't negatively impact other people. I can't be a total a-hole and just go out being a jerk to people. Well, I can if I want, and that's who I really am, but I can't expect that I'm going to have a great experience because I probably wouldn't. But as long as being who you are is in alignment with the rest of the universe and making the world a better place, I think you ought to do it. I think you got to do it. I think you have to be yourself and be happy. So that's my little rant for today. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day. Go out, be yourself today. Just be you and see how much happier you are today. See you tomorrow.